Thank you. I also, like the other candidates, would like to thank the returning officer and her staff for all the efforts that they've made over this long and grueling day to see democracy served. I'd like to thank also my campaign team, particularly Jane, my agent, Stefan, my campaign manager, and all of the members of our campaign team who have worked so long and so hard over this very long election campaign to inspire and motivate the people of Edinburgh East. I'd also like personally to thank my partner Kate, who has been a rock in this campaign. My friends, I think something remarkable has happened in Scotland tonight. They will look back on the 7th of May 2015 as the date on which politics in Scotland changed completely and forever. Things will never ever be the same again. It is now clear that for the first time in our history, we will send a majority of political representatives to the Union Parliament whose first and only mandate will come from the communities who elected them and whose ambition will not be compromised by being part of the Westminster establishment. It is also clear that, and I think something that is refreshing in politics, that when you decide to put a bold, imaginative, radical perspectives in front of people and argue for it hard, they will back you. We have got such a radical perspective, and as my colleagues have said earlier, we will take this as a mandate to go to Westminster and to argue tooth and nail that the time has come to stop the austerity economics in this country. The time has come to stop trying to balance the books on the backs of the poorest and most vulnerable in our communities. We will also argue, as others have said, that it is time to stop the obscene waste of money in funding a new generation of nuclear weapons at a time when people are queuing for food banks. This cannot be tolerated. And most of all, we will argue for a strong voice for Scotland at Westminster. We sought a mandate at this election which was not to do with independence. That was decided last year on the 18th of September, and we accept that result. But it is clear that the message that we put in, which has now been endorsed by the Scottish people, is that if we are to remain in the United Kingdom, Scotland no longer will be seen and not heard. Scotland's voice will ring out in the Palace of Westminster, and we will demand things for this country and for our people. That is what we go to Westminster to do. And this wasn't about independence, but I tell you this, what has happened today has been an expression of national self-confidence. Because last year, this country came alive. People were reawakened, re-engaged, re-enthused with politics, and they learned that politics was too important to be left to the politicians. That energy has been looking for an outlet, and it has found it in this election campaign. It has found it with the Scottish National Party. And we take that mandate, but we take it with humility. And we understand the preciousness of the trust that the Scottish people have placed in us. We will treat that as the fragile thing which it is, but we will go there with that mandate and we will deliver it. Thank you very much.